And we're live. Hey guys, and welcome to another Take 3 reaction. Today we're reacting to the final in the Geekdom tournament match of round 2, where it's Keetin versus Adam. But I mean, I can't do this alone, so I have to have people with me. So here, reacting with me today, I've got Jeremy Hastings. Jeremy, how is it going, and who do you have?
Obviously, I'm doing a lot better than we were a couple days ago. Obviously, we're still kind of bummed out about passing John Schnepp, but obviously the important thing is we're all here together doing something that we all like to do. That's reacting to Schmoedown. As far as who I got winning, I was really impressed with how Adam played in his first match with Hector Navarro. So I'm going to go slightly him. There is a chance I think Keetin can get this, but ultimately just hoping for a good competitive match, something that we've been kind of, iffy on as this tournament has gone on.
Yeah, Kalinowski has made sure that a lot of competitive matches have gone out the window that we could have had so far. But Peter, and we've also got Peter here. Peter, who do you got and how are you going?
I'm going pretty good. Yeah, I am still very sad about John Schnepp and Christian's State of the Union address. I don't know how much I can share about it, but he shared some things about how John Schnepp would be involved in the Schmoedown in the coming months, and I was very, very sad to learn how much of a huge role that he was going to play, and I was very sad about that because I was really looking forward to having John Schnepp more in the Schmoedown. But aside from that, I'm doing pretty good, and I have been impressed with Adam Hlavac for both of his matches that he's had so far in the Intergeekdom, narrowly losing to Donica, and then having a really great performance against Hector Navarro. But I don't think that Marchi is that far out of the match.
Yeah, and I mean, like, I'm bummed about John Schnepp too, because like I think I've said on a few videos, like he's one of those ones that I've never met personally, but like just watching all his the way he talks about comic books and that, I feel that I'd probably become good friends with him if I did meet him. So, and I dare say that we'll have the link to his GoFundMe account to help Holly paying out with the medical costs, which is so ridiculous over there, to help out. So if you can donate anything, like anything helps. Like, it doesn't matter how small or how big, everything helps. And as for who I've got in this match, I'm actually going to go for Keetin on this because I think Keetin has that slight edge over Adam. And yeah, because I mean, Adam's got a lot of holes, but I think Keetin knows enough to get past him. So without any further ado, we'll press play in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and play. Yeah, rest in peace there, John.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a bummer because, I planned on going to the Schmoedown live event, so I was looking forward to potentially seeing him.
Yeah.
Again, our first promo for the live event.
Funny side note, I'm going to be going to that. I don't know if I just mentioned that or not.
Very excited for Dan Merle to get back to kicking butt in the Schmoedown.
Yeah.
If you had to predict right now who his partner would be, who would you say?
Oh man, I would hope it would be Riley because like I want that team champs. Like I think we all want team champs to come back.
Yeah. I mean, I think when it comes to Anarchy, the fact will be random. I don't think the randomizer will work that way.
Yeah.
I thinking somehow it's going to end up being Andrew Guy.
Ooh. That would be very interesting.
Randomizer, and then you throw Guy in. I'm going to throw a bit of a curveball. I'm going to say it's going to be JTE.
Ooh, that'd be interesting.
Today
I
as
like
the
that.
winner of this fatal 5-way Intergeekdom match. Hell of a performance.
But it's not the last time we're gonna see you.
I want to be back. I gotta prove myself, redeem myself.
Besides Thorin, name 4 of the 12 remaining dwarves in Thorin's company in the Hobbit.
Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, Yoda.
Solo, Chewbacca, Princess Leia.
So, winner today in his first match ever, March.
You know, I'm a little frustrated. I'm a little upset. Lions Den came in. They recruited a new guy. I've been here 3 times. I've lost 3 times now. Always to the last question.
I'm
coming for Cushing. I'm coming for Donica. I'm coming for Inman. I'm taking all of you guys down. It's gonna be.
Who played Yuriko, aka Lady Deathstrike, in X2, X-Men United?
I have no idea this game was a fix. This is exactly what I said.
I mean, for me, that was a tough one to watch to see how bad Rosie actually did.
Yeah, that was really disappointing. I was hoping for something better, but Keetin played really well in that match.
Yeah, she did.
So I mean, you always have at least one player playing at the best of their ability, so that's always that's really fun to watch.
And then again, they did the mattress raid. Get that off my computer screen, please. Well, of course, I can just hit close. I can do that myself.
It did not work for her. I think, at least right now, it doesn't work in her whole character. But
not for a debut.
Yeah.
I'm just like, bye-bye.
Ellison Knapsack. Always fun.
We have found ourselves in the second round, and the Schmoedown as a whole has found itself in the midst, maybe the eye of the hurricane. If this is the movie Twister, there's cows flying everywhere after the events of the Collider collision.
And I'm Philip Seymour Hoffman yelling, "It's coming!" The stakes are crazy. It's like when I take my box of cereal and open up the bottom end to get to the crumbs faster. This is just pieces all over.
That's
the kitchen
very
table
interesting.
here at Schmoedown.
Never heard of eating cereal that way.
Has vacated titles. He's walked off. Alex is the Star Wars champion when I feel I should still be the champion. I should have been in there. We got parts flying around.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still putting together that cereal metaphor you just dropped.
So you get the box, flip it open.
That is Ken Knapsack from the Afternoon Podcast. I am Mark.
It's a great
Alex,
podcast.
Baby Carrots himself. And the big thing, my takeaway from the collision, is that Andrew Guy somehow, some way was able to defeat Dan Murrow. And if that wasn't enough, you had Rachel Cushing advance to round 3, which we could probably guess was going to happen. Now Andraco is playing Ethan. There's so much to piece together from that, not the least of which is a shocking announcement at the end that we have really no teams heading into the tournament on hand of the so-called Commissioner Thad Williams, who is really just a puppet for Mike Kalinowski. This is in chaos right now, Ken.
Yeah,
It's never been seen since Collision.
Calling out the corruption in this league, as he says, but I think now we have a new brand.
What's interesting is who will Kalinowski be paired with? That's an interesting thing to think about. Like, is he going to be paired with like a really face character? Because that would be just I don't know.
Yeah. So many possibilities.
I'm so excited for it. It's going to be amazing.
Although I'd say that I can see Kalinowski because he's going to be involved in that team pairing. Like I can see him pulling strings to make sure he gets a good person.
Ooh, yeah. That is definitely a big possibility.
You got Copster. That's not going to happen. You get Tony Hawk. That's not going to happen.
I would love to see Copster and Kalinowski. That'd be great.
You're going to get Umberto. Let me stop you right there.
in round one.
No, Cobb's to a dead Merle.
Ooh.
A guy named Buy sells them. Best Buy, B-I-A. It's a great,
I mean, it's just one of those, like, I don't need a partner. You have to have someone as a formality. Pick someone.
I mean, this is a chance for him to really strike out on his own. Keetin coming off victory against Rosie. You know, I'm a fan of both of them, what they did in that match, and this one's one of those too hard to call.
Yeah, and these two have done battle before. Let's not forget that. When you did have Keetin Marchi placing third in the 5-way, Adam Hlavac placing second. So they both know their stuff, and they've proved that here before. But now they go head-to-head in a matchup that is going to see one of them advance into the third round. We had a lot of trash talk pre-show. Let's see what they had to say.
I feel pretty confident. I feel super excited. Beating Hector is always a joy in life. Too bad you guys couldn't see us play Injustice 2. I passed him a bag of salt quite a few times, so it was great. But I'm looking forward to seeing what happens next, and I'm looking forward to playing my next opponent.
You know, I just showed up today, and I'm so freaking confused because Mike decided to mix a ton of things up, and I was supposed to be facing Emma, so that's where all my studying and prep has gone into. But now all of a sudden I'm being told I'm facing Adam, and I'm like, I've already faced Adam. Like, I know I can beat him because I almost beat him if I wouldn't have gotten that freaking Philosopher's Stone question wrong. But, like, I'm not prepped for Adam. I'm prepped for Emma right now. Like, what the hell?
I think she's actually a very, very good competitor. So I'm looking forward to seeing how we play one-on-one, because I think it's an interesting dynamic. You know, I've watched some of her matches, so I know some of her strengths.
That's interesting. How do you prep for a different player? It's like, hey, give them different first-round questions, please.
Well, I mean, I think, like, she might have been studying harder on certain categories that Emma was more better at, you know, in case of certain things.
About Lord of the Rings, which is starting to become a little bit of a strong.
Emma are kind of the same the same player. It's got the same strengths, so it's
Adam's
like
knowledge on the comic book stuff, like the Marvel.
I think this match comes down to who gets the bad category in round number 2. Like that's how most of the Intergeekdom matches come down to. But this is definitely going to be one that could either go either way.
Schmoedown matches have a good handle on what certain players are good at, and I have a feeling that I can really take advantage of their weaknesses as well.
My thoughts, if I win this and go on to the next round, which I'm going to, are that, you know, maybe I'll get a chance to actually fight Mike and be like, screw you, dude, for mixing this all up, because it's not fair. And who said you get to choose what happens in this tournament?
A little bit of a different side of Keetin, but I love it. Like it.
Little sass.
Well, since she went ahead and said that she was going to win, I'll go ahead and just recede my pick now.
Another step in his advance towards continued legitimacy in the Intergeekdom. I think beating Hector Navarro was such a huge win for him. You wonder about a possible emotional or mental letdown today. That is not going to be the case with Keetin Marchi.
It happens. You beat a team that you're not supposed to beat on Monday Night Football. You're losing to the Buccaneers on Sunday. That's what happens in these intense competitions. It's 122 degrees in this studio. It's going to be hotter out there when the competitors get there to fight.
He's off serial metaphors, and he's back on the good side with sports metaphors. Ken, what is the tale of the tape here today? What are the competitors good at?
All right, Keetin Magic.
As long as you don't mention the O's, because the O's, they're very, very not good.
He loves random shit, like cereal boxes upside down where you open to get never mind. Hlavac, he is
bringing it back. Bringing it back.
Marvel, DC, he talks a lot about that.
Day drinking in San Diego.
Star Wars, and I really know he's good at day drinking.
Must be a Comic-Con joke that I'm not aware of.
Yeah. Will Keetin Marchi be another IPA for him to crush, or will she be a Pilsner that is poured on the sad head of Adam Hlavac? That metaphor went off the rails, but we are about to get started.
Hlavac.
I'm ready.
Hlavac.
I'm ready.
Yes,
then let's
Hlavac.
get ready to Schmoedown. Good crowd today. Good crowd here today. Introducing the competitors will be I don't want to say Golden Boys because somebody else has one of those, but this one, it's maybe of a Honey Crisp Sugar Bear vibe.
I like that. I like that. I like that. You don't have milk with your Cookie Crisp, you freak. All right, here we go. Introducing first, representing the Popcorn Talk Network with an Intergeekdom record of 1 win and 1 defeat.
Is this Michael Bolton?
It is. It's Keetin Magic.
Love the song choice. Woo!
With a lightsaber that somehow got melted
Nice.
in the heat of Burbank, California.
Finding her lights.
She's showering in the glow of Michael Bolton's. You talk about a golden voice. I celebrate his entire catalog, Ken.
Oh, yes. All right. And her opponent, representing Hyper RPG, with an Inner Geekdom record of 1 win and 1 defeat. This is Adam the Haymaker.
Coming out to very, very not Michael Bolton.
Yeah.
Water, holding up a glass of what we can only assume is water, some sort of clear liquid.
Yep, I like he went to the sensible polo shirt section at Target like I did, and I respect him for that.
We're twins, Ken.
We are.
Target, they're still around.
He's got more black on his shirt.
Not around where I am. Ours closed
He
down.
looks
Rip.
just as focused. He is on deadly ground here going up against Keetin Marchi.
Absolutely.
All right, competitors in round 1, you're going to hear 10 questions from
All right,
10
here we
different
go.
corners of the Inner Geekdom universe. Each question is worth 1 point. There's no penalty for missing a question. There is no stealing in round 1. The questions are all asked to the field. So as soon as you hear the question, you have 15 seconds to write down your best attempt at an answer on the whiteboard we so kindly provided you with, as well as the magic marker. That's also on our dime. No need to invoice us. Now, Adam and Keetin, once you write down your answer and we ask you for it by name, please show your whiteboard to the camera. At the same time, you verbalize your answer into the microphone. I will remind the competitors of their JTE rule. You have 3 usages of those throughout the match. If you're not sure if you heard a question right, you need to buy yourself some time, use the JTE rule. You also each have 1 challenge if you don't like the way a question was ruled. And with all that out of the way, Adam, you are the favorite in this match. How are you feeling?
I feel real good.
Feels real good, like
You
an
been
80s
drinking?
radio.
Ah.
Keetin Marchi, you feeling okay?
Yeah. feel
Don't
great.
drink in Schmoedown. Don't drink in Schmoedown. Unless you're Josh McCouga.
First time I did that order right.
Then it works half the time.
Big day in the Allen
Yeah.
household.
First question out of 10. Category is Star Trek.
Ooh, nope.
How many Star Trek films were released in the 1990s? Mark, do you think the answer is higher or lower than the amount of times I had sex in the 90s?
Oh boy, I did not follow you, but I've seen Instagram pictures with you with long hair, and I gotta imagine more Star Trek movies came out.
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
I'm going with
Pens
4.
down. Answers coming first from Adam.
4?
That's right.
Oh, yes.
That's right.
I thought it was 3.
Another question, Mark.
I thought
Total
it was
guess.
3 too.
Total guess. I know nothing about Star Trek.
I thought Insurrection was in 2000.
Insurrection was 99.
It was higher,
Yeah.
Mark.
Well, hey.
I don't know what's the other one that I missed, but
Middle Earth is
Undiscovered Country was in 90
What is the
90 or
name of the
91.
King of Rohan
oh yeah, that's
in
probably the
Lord
one
of the
then.
Rings? I would assume he just goes by King of Rohan.
You know, I love about those movies. Everyone speaks in a whisper. Whisper. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Need to rewatch
Answer
these.
starting with Keetin.
I said Minas Tirith, but that's not right.
Oh, that's a nice place, but not
I'm going to
the,
tribute
right
snap
Drew King.
Pluto.
That is not. We're looking for
Theoden.
I loved in the Schmoedown rundown when Chrissy made the intro for the rundown, and
Third question comes
on
from
the
category of MCU.
very end of it, he
Said,
puts up
what is the
Pluto.
name of Thanos' home world. Home world. Where does he watch TV?
Guy, Thanos would be the worst concert attendee because he starts.
All these Infinity War questions are getting me because I haven't had a chance to rewatch it since I saw it in theaters.
Adam.
Titan.
That is correct for
Oh, yes.
Keetin.
Titan.
That is incorrect.
No,
Looking at
taking the lead at 2-1. Your next question
It comes out on DVD short in a few weeks actually.
Who cast the Patronus that leads Harry to Gryffindor's sword in the Deathly Hallows Part 1?
Sounds like a description for a Sonic movie at
Man.
11 p.m.
I just watched the Harry Potter movies in the last week, and
Gryffindor's sword.
oof,
4,
very emotional.
2, and 1.
Always.
Looking for answers
Severus
starting with
Snape.
Keetin.
Snape, Severus Snape.
Dumbledore.
All right.
Bill
Dumbledore is
Nye,
great.
because he's a science guy.
There.
Oh my god. God. I know.
That was such a sad
Question,
scene.
You're halfway there. Fifth question. Category is DC. What was the name of the yellow spandex-clad villain that Lex Luthor created in Superman 4: The Quest for Peace? Comma and there's an apostrophe there.
Yeah, I put those in there to trip you up.
Yeah, thank you.
Them
After we mention him, let's never speak of him again. Please.
5, 4, 3.
Not seeing this movie.
Starting
Nuclear Man.
with Adam.
Nuclear Man.
That's
Yeah.
correct.
I put Fumo Man.
4-1 lead. 4-1 lead for
Marchi,
But it
not
sounds
good.
infinitely better.
Not embarrassed to admit he's seen Superman 4: The
Oh,
Quest for
I
Peace
love that movie. I don't care.
multiple times. Some crowd members are fans.
It's a real
as
good
well.
movie. I don't
We
care.
move on to heroes and villains. These are questions about good guys or bad guys or gals.
Come on, Keetin, you can
Girls.
catch up.
Question: who plays ruthless mob boss Frank D'Amico in Kick-Ass? You know, I always get Snape confused with Snoke.
He's probably the same person. It's a connected universe, I heard.
Roommates.
5, 4.
Star Wars and Harry Potter connected. That would
2,
be
and
cool.
1. Looking for answer starting with Keetin.
Josh Brolin.
I just know it's not Nicolas Cage.
That is correct. Mark Strong.
Wow.
5 points for
Hlavac's so perfect.
5-1 lead here in the
No,
Mm.
no.
round one. The crowd has fallen
Yeah, no, he missed.
silent. Clearly,
Yeah, I think they both got the second one wrong. I
Yeah,
think.
yep, that's right.
Question 7 is in the category of DCEU. DCEU. What two characters dig up Superman's body in Justice League?
I was not aware Superman had passed.
I didn't know that the man with the mustache was the same as
See that
that.
obituary?
I don't know. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Looking for answers starting with Adam.
Cyborg and the Flash.
That's correct.
Oh, I had
Batman and Wonder
Batman and the Flash.
Batman
Darn
and
it.
Wonder Woman not doing the digging
Darn
to
it.
hire the underling.
Oh, as a billionaire, he would never get his hands dirty.
Our next
Yeah,
question
I mean,
from
you're right, you're
of
right.
Star Wars.
I was about
He'd
to
have
put
Alfred
Batman and
before.
Wonder Woman's.
According to Yoda, what does a Jedi never use the Force for?
Is it opening cookie boxes? Because I think that would be what I
I
would
think a Jedi can do that on a Saturday or Sunday. A Jedi can use the Force to
5,
build a hammock.
4, 3, 2, and
Not
1.
sure.
Pens down.
Attack?
Looking for answers starting with Keetin.
themselves.
No, incorrect. Adam.
Anger?
No, attack. Looking for attack.
Oh,
They never
hey,
use
I
the
got
Force
it.
to attack.
Yeah, I couldn't remember. I just put they would never use it for evil.
All right.
Yeah, I wasn't quite sure if that was,
Question
like, I knew that was the right
nine
spirit of
comes in the
it.
category of
Only
Yeah.
for defense.
Marvel. Who plays J. Jonah Jameson in the Sam Raimi Spider-Man films?
Oh my gosh.
2.5 really good movies in that.
Oh, I see what you did there. I like that.
Such a great
Venom.
actor.
4,
Mm,
3,
it's not coming to me.
2, and 1. Looking for answers starting with
J.K. Simmons.
J.K. Simmons.
Yes!
I don't even want to share.
Oh,
She's gonna withhold her
man.
answer, so we can only assume it is not
I don't care how, but I hope they
correct.
bring it back somehow.
7-1.
Oh,
and we move
come on, Marchi.
to mixed bag.
Remind me, did the bell ring before the match started? Because I don't think Keaton heard it.
Yeah, gosh. That was a rough round.
Happens to be what actress played Supergirl in
We still got one more. Never mind.
1984's
Oh.
Supergirl.
Is that even a movie?
It's not even a bother.
I had it on VHS.
Did you really?
No.
I'll take my points and just say I'm happy.
3, 2,
You know,
1.
I didn't even know that this was a movie.
Starting with
Helen Slater.
Kim Cattrall.
incorrect.
Good guess.
Right.
Like that
It,
guess.
it is a movie, unfortunately.
Dang.
It's out on Blu-ray this
Wow,
week.
I've never heard that mentioned.
One lead, 8-1 lead.
There's a reason.
8-1 lead going into
Yeah,
round
I
two.
assume so.
I mean, I just knew that because the actress was recently in New Zealand, so.
Of the rules
Oh.
in round 2, this is the wheel round.
It makes X-Men Origins Wolverine look like a Best Picture nominee.
The wheel has 12 different categories. 10 of them are from
Oh
10
boy, that's
different
bad.
places
That's really
in
bad.
the Inner Geekdom universe. You also have Spinner's Choice and Opponent's Choice are on the wheel. Each competitor gets a spin at the wheel. Whatever category you spin, you will be asked to answer 5 questions.
Unless
from
Hlavac
that
gets,
category.
like,
Each
his
question
worst
is worth 2
category
points. If you're not sure of the
and
answer, you can
completely
ask us to
bombs
give you
every
multiple
single
choice.
question, I really don't know how Marchi can be like close at the end of this round.
Available in round number 2.
I mean, if
a commanding 8-1 lead over Keetin. Marchi, would you like to spin first or defer to your opponent?
I'm gonna let Keetin spin first.
Keaton's gonna spin first.
Like we're already in KO range here, pretty much.
Yeah, but if she gets Harry Potter, they can take her out of it for now.
Yeah, but I mean, she did miss that Harry Potter question in the first round, though.
Yeah,
that was kind of a surprise. Maybe that was just...
I mean, she may have just misremembered it, because that scene was one that you can easily forget.
Yeah.
Middle Earth. Well, do you know your Ministerius and Theodens?
You can spin again if you don't like.
Because that could be a smart one to take Middle Earth.
Yeah, because Hlavac is not good.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Spin again.
Oh, that's a mistake.
I mean, she might not be that confident on it herself, so.
Yeah.
I think spin again, so.
Merrill Street. Merrill Street. Ooh,
well, that just backfired.
That's not good. That's not good. She did all right in it.
That's not only not her strength, but it's also Adam's category of choice.
Yeah.
I've not seen any footage from Aquaman, so that will not be a part of this.
Like of all the comic book categories, I think Adam would prefer that one over any of them.
Yeah, probably.
And your first question of 5 is: what hip-hop artist has a brief cameo in Suicide Squad?
That's common.
Monster T, a gangster who has a misunderstanding with the Joker over Harley.
Ice Cube?
That is incorrect for the steal, Adam Hlavac.
I don't get to use multiple choice, correct?
You do not get to use multiple choice, that is
correct.
Oh
my god.
Is that your final answer?
Oh, he doesn't know it.
That is
oh, he got it. Pulled it. Oh, shoot.
If Adam gets another 2-point steal, I think it's over.
In the movie Man of Steel, the ancient Kryptonian sentry ship was discovered in what country?
Multiple choice, please.
I can certainly provide that for you. Is it A, Canada, B, Iceland, C, Greenland, or D,
I think it's Iceland.
Greenland.
That is incorrect. Adam Hlavac, can you steal that one as well?
Norway?
That is also incorrect. Looking to our neighbors up north, Givers of Bride Adams, Canada.
I knew it was one of the snowy places.
All right.
Yeah.
Next question. How many years has Bruce Wayne been operating as Batman, according to Batman v Superman?
20 years.
Multiple choice.
Is it A, 15 years?
Oh, nope.
B, 18 years. C, 20 years.
I'm gonna go with 18 years.
2 years.
I think it's 20.
Yeah.
20 years.
1 point.
Oh, okay.
Much needed point here, and at this point she has 2 questions left in this round. You can,
yeah, that's right. 20 years in Gotham. 18, but promises reward.
Remarkable round 3. Keetin, your next question: what does Hippolyta give to Diana when she says her goodbyes?
Oh, I think I know it, but I'm just gonna say multiple choice. Play it safe.
We can do that. Is it A, the God Killer's sword, B, the lasso of truth?
I think it's a sword.
Tiara, or D, the bracelet.
I was gonna say a big old hug.
It is the tiara.
Okay.
Point.
I was thinking tiara, but I wasn't quite sure, so I didn't say anything.
All right, and
but
last question.
yeah, that was kind of
the saddest scoreboard.
In round number 2, what caused Krypton to implode in Man of Steel?
Multiple choice, please.
Was it A, a black hole developed nearby? B, Krypton's sun burnt out? C, over-harvesting of the planet's core? Or D, the Phantom Zone expanded into reality?
The sun.
It was not the sun, Adam Hlavac.
Over-harvesting the core.
They harvested too darn much, and it cost them big. Adam Hlavac gets the steal, gets the point. It's 11-3.
I mean, she managed to save herself for now. Adam just needs to get a really terrible round.
Into round 3, at which point we would have a knockout. Adam Hlavac, you not only got a couple steals, you now get to.
I'd hate to wish to say someone should stink in round 2, but
here from the crowd.
Please.
Hoping for Harry Potter.
All right, here's the spin can, and
Here we go.
Let's make this interesting.
All right. You wonder if he has a friend at all in the studio.
Mayor
Well, I think Adam knows his Harry Potter enough. I'm hoping he gets Middle Earth.
Villains, do you want to keep
Yeah, that too.
Villains, do you want to spin again?
I mean, villains expands to all of them, so you never know where the question's coming from.
Yeah.
At the same time, he only needs a couple points. He can get something.
He's going to stick with it.
He's gonna keep
Yeah.
villains, Ken.
You would hope.
He's gonna
All
keep
right.
villains.
Oh, sure don't. Sure don't.
And he is right. These could be villains from any corner of the Inner Geekdom universe,
Right.
or as the crowd would view him, these could be questions about.
But I mean, it's smart for him to stick with it though, because he may have ended up stuck in Middle Earth.
4 questions in this round, Adam. 5 questions, and I don't play in the Inner Geekdom.
Folks, he's not great at math. Give the kid a break.
5 questions, 5 questions. First one coming.
Is Mark Ellis implying if you eat cereal, you're not good at
There was a point
math?
to the post of head of magical law enforcement under Voldemort's regime.
Oh, what's his name?
Dolores Umbridge? Wasn't it?
Yaxley.
Magical
She was never defeated.
No.
Longhorn,
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Thick
I didn't read the question very well.
Exley.
Caro. Is that a? Where's Roka?
What?
Thickness?
Thicknessy?
Thick. It's thick. What's the answer?
I'm gonna go with B.
That's incorrect. First.
Can you repeat them?
God
Is it
It's hard to understand, but
Caro? I think that's it. Because that sounds...
No, Caro was the Defense Against Dark Arts teacher at Hogwarts.
D. Caro.
Oh.
Oh.
Yes, that's right. The Caros.
A.
That is correct for a point.
Oh, dang.
All right.
As the Bee Gees would say, Ken, ha 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 ha, staying alive.
Oh, please, please. All right. Second question.
Oh my
out of
gosh.
5. Who served as viceroy to the Trade Federation in The Phantom Menace?
What is that guy's name?
That's correct for 2
Yes.
points.
Apparently
That
that-
guy.
2
Points, Ken.
points.
All right, so now it is 13-4, and Adam Hlavac. We're looking at we're in knockout range right now, Ken. So buckle your safety belts.
We were knockout range before the round even started, sadly.
Yeah.
Do you want to know why use a knife? Guns are too quick. You can't savor
The
all
Joker.
Heath Ledger's the Joker.
Yep.
emotions.
Heath Ledger's Joker.
Heath
R.I.P.
Ledger's the Joker.
We're going to accept that as the right answer, the Joker.
That is correct.
You could accept that.
Now 15-4. So technically, Adam, he has knocked out Keetin, but not quite yet because he has one more question in round number 2. So if he doesn't get this and Keetin steals it, she would advance to round 3, where we've seen anything is possible.
He has a couple more questions here. A couple more questions. All right, here you go, Adam. What actor, who also starred in Arrow on the CW, provided the motion capture and voice
Manu
of the
Bennett.
White Orc Azog in the Hobbit films?
Malcolm, just like that. Knocked Marchi out.
You may. A. Dominic Purcell. B. Michael Jai White. C. Vinnie Jones. D. Manu Bennett.
Great Curie actor.
Manu Bennett?
It's not a knockout. Just
1 point. That is correct.
it's away from a knockout. So Manu Bennett.
I mean,
16-4.
he was the only one out of those 4 that was in
Adam
the Hobbit
Hlavac, all he really
movies.
has to do
Just get 1 point.
just get 1 point, and we're done.
All right. Final question.
So if he... Wait.
Final question.
No, he's knocked her out. Because he just has to go to multiple choice.
I think
Give me multiple choice in the dark, please.
The bullets from Moira's gun. Eric nearly kills Moira by doing what?
The Joker with the bracelet, necklace thing.
I believe he tries to choke her to death with the necklace she's wearing.
There you go, yep.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I mean, even if Marchi got that, still would have been a big. They would have still, because it was just a 10-point gap, and she could have forced it to a tie. I think that's.
Yeah. That was disappointing because I thought Marchi was gonna come in and give us a great showing, but
I mean,
unfortunate.
She did alright. I mean, she didn't get a good category of choice in round 2, so I mean.
Yeah, but I mean, her first round was just not like
Yeah.
not stellar. But I mean, sometimes that just happens, you know. It's the Schmoedown. Anything can happen on any given day. Dan Merle.
Yes, I think it's
Why you bring that up?
I'm sorry. I hate it just as much as you. Probably not as much as you.
I got to cry about two things today.
What's up, movie trivia Schmoedown fans? Jen
I reacted to that match, but I was just so sad in it that like I just couldn't post it.
I feel good. I feel like a lot of those questions.
How do you think I feel? I had to be in the same room with Kearns when that match happened.
Had I gotten things like
That's bad.
Or Harry Potter,
especially when I had to hear it for the entire hour leading up to it.
And
what was
one
going to
of the
happen?
villains, and you stuck with it. Like that's a pretty risky move.
Yeah, I wasn't really sure whether or not I should keep it because, like I was saying, it could be villains from any franchise, any movie in history.
But like you said, with Middle Earth on the wheel.
Yeah, with that and opponent's choice, I figured screw it. I'll just take the risk. I have multiple choice in my favor, so if anything, I can at least get there halfway.
Now you made it to the second round, dominated. You're moving on, obviously, and there's still a lot of players in this field for you.
I'm real excited about it.
Who do you want next?
Well, you know, I have some beef left over with Donica, and there's plenty of other people, Inman, and I really would like to battle Cushing and even Emma, and a few other people that I'll keep to myself. But I'm feeling really confident. This was a really fun match, and I always love doing the Schmoedown, so it's a great honor to always come back and play.
Well, fantastic. We can't wait to see what you do in the next round.
Thank you.
Oh, Keetin, I would give you a hug, but you are much taller than me right now. Are you doing okay?
Oh God, I've done better. I've done a lot better.
Well, you made it to the second round of this tournament, and there are no slouches in this tournament, by the way.
No, I don't know. It's just I was kind of thrown off. I prepped for Emma, and then Mike had to screw it all up. And showing up today and not knowing who I was going to compete against, and somebody who I know is very good, and somebody who I just felt like there were a lot of DC, Marvel, comic booky questions, which obviously you need to expect, but I should have chosen Middle Earth on the spin. I was just going to
ask you, do you wish you would have stuck with Middle Earth?
I absolutely do, because I knew that was one of Adam's weaknesses, and I knew at least with multiple choice, if I didn't know it, I could get it off of multiple choice. So that was a strategy that I played wrong.
So what's next? I mean, I know, like, obviously you're out of the tournament now, but you got to come back. Right?
I absolutely have to come back. I have to. I'd love to battle Emma, because I was supposed to battle her today, and I just think it would be a fun match. Even Jay was kind of giving me some flack on my Instagram. So Jay, I don't know if you're out there, but I think I could kick your ass.
Wow.
I'm sure he'll have a thing or two to say about that.
I'm sure he will.
That's some trash talk after a 4-point performance.
That is, but you got to come out swinging.
I will definitely.
Can't show.
That's like me talking trash after any trivia match.
Anytime.
All right, so you see that right there. I mean, Adam doesn't
Edgy said like she was thrown off from the start. Like, because if she knew she was facing him, she probably would have studied up on the comic book side of things.
She brings a cheery disposition. Just it didn't go her way this time, but she had a big win the last time out. So that's sometimes the wins and losses.
I mean, and with it being round 2, the questions were a lot tougher than round 1 in it as well. So
my thing with that is though, like we said, she was going to play Emma, and they both had about the same strengths. So you would have thought she would have been studying comic book stuff regardless, because that would have been the thing that could have gave her the edge.
Yeah,
it's like
it's one of those two-way street things.
It's hard to explain what just happened. We're kind of stretching for. But that was just it was very, very strange.
It goes to a good cause. Me and my domination here in the
Knights of Ken. Knights of Ken. Am I right? Am I right?
You guys can check out more Movie Trivia Schmoedown action if you join the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Facebook group, or you can check out the Schmoedown Rundown on iTunes. For Ken Knapsack, I am merely Mark Ellis at Ken Knapsack at Mark Ellis Live, and we'll see you guys real soon on the movie, a trivia, a Schmoedown.
What's up, Schmoedown fans? Frank here.
No post credits.
Unless they put it after the stats, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we got time for that because there's only 2 minutes left in the video.
It showed immediately in round 1. He had a 2-point improvement from his last match, putting up 8 points. However, on the other side of things, we saw Keetin Marchi regress severely as she could only put up 1 point. For the rest of the match, it would be a struggle for Keetin. In her round 2 questions, she answered only 2, although she would eventually sneak in a steal for 1 point. On this day,
that respin, as Knapsack would say, big mistake, big,
so
huge.
Turn, and the final score was 18-4. The 14-point differential is the largest so far in the Interdictum division. On the day, Adam went 14 of
Is it? I thought Rachel beat Marchi by 15.
Of the season. And as for Keetin, she tallied 4 correct answers.
I am
I
not.
thought she won 20-5.
Was a 33% drop.
Not sure. I know she scored 20 points, but I'm not sure what her
I'll
opponent
have to go back and watch that match, but that would be hard to watch because
I
of
think the steal was from multiple choice.
And the Collider Factory podcast feed. This has been your Schmoedown breakdown.
How's it going, guys? If you didn't know about the Patreon, you guys have a chance to support the Schmoedown. Now, myself, Mark Ellis, we've taken over the production. Basically, you guys have 16 tiers to choose from. We're trying to give back to the fans. Go and check it out right there. If you want to support the Schmoedown by becoming a patron today, go ahead and do it. Cannot thank you guys enough for all the support you've given us. And yeah, there's some really crazy tiers in there. I'd love to get your opinions on it. Now go enjoy the match. Go do it. It's a good match, for God's sakes.
I don't know about that. Oh well.
I still find it funny that Christian puts that at the end of the matches now, but
especially after that one.
Yeah.
Like, oh, let's pick and choose our matches a little bit.
But
yeah.
but that happened. I mean, Jeremy, what was your thoughts on the match?
I think you said it best. That happened. That was just again. It's just one of those weird situations. Just Keetin. Trying to figure out how I should say it. I mean, she just had a bad game. I mean, I'll just leave it at that. And she pretty much echoed what I was thinking when she respun off Middle Earth. That was a big mistake, and it was way more than I could have even thought. So, congrats to Adam. He'll now play Mike Kalinowski, and that actually might be a decent match if everything goes. If everybody gets the categories that they want, I think that can be a real competitive match. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, precisely. Peter, what was your thoughts on the match?
Yeah, kind of disappointing because I was hoping for Keetin to come in and really give a showing that she had in her last match. But, that doesn't always happen. Sometimes, the Schmoedown is a mysterious thing and anything can happen on any given day. And, I am really looking forward to Kalinowski and Hlavac going at it. That's going to be a fun match. And it has real potential to be one of the best Interdictum matches. And I think the semifinals is just going to be just a really great 2 matches. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to those.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the same as I was hoping for a somewhat of a close match myself, but I mean, like, a lot of the questions you could tell Keetin really didn't know or just mind blanked on, because she did get the Harry Potter question wrong. But I mean, it's one of those ones, like, as she said, like, her comic knowledge isn't the best. I mean, she was probably prepping more for if she was facing Emma, but I mean, Adam's now going on to face Kalinowski, provided Kalinowski isn't scared away and changes it up again. But whoever does end up facing Kalinowski, you've got one job: to take Kalinowski out of the tournament, please.
Indeed.
Now we're going to throw it over the plugs. Jeremy, where can people find you online?
You can follow me on Twitter at WWEJTH1, and you can see me do my own personal JTH reacts to movies trivia Schmoedown when I'm actually there, because I haven't done one on there in about 3 weeks. So hopefully next week I'll actually get some content on there.
Peter, where can people find you online?
You can find me at Kansas Viking Reactions on YouTube. I do Schmoedown reactions. My reaction to the Schmoedown Trivia Schmoedown is about to go up as we're recording this. So that was a really fun match to watch and react to. I also do trailer reactions and a whole bunch of stuff on there. And so go check me out, subscribe.
And you can find me on Take Food Productions, where I host a show called Bankum. And you can also find, I also write questions for the Schmoedown Trivia Schmoedown, which is up on SK Plus right now. Watch it. It's a really great match between Linus and Abe. And I'm also competing movie trivia all over the place as well. Now, this weekend we've got a special event happening on Take 3 in tribute to John Schnepp. We've got a kind of a marathon of events happening. On Saturday, we have at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're doing a watch-along of The Death of Superman Lives, What Happened. And then at 10 p.m. EST, we've got Family Game Night. And then on Sunday, the 29th, we're doing another watch-along of X-Men 2 at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then at 8 p.m. I'll be hosting Wankum, and we all know that John Schnepp is a big horror movie fanatic as well as a comic book movie fanatic, so I'm doing horror movie villains. So it's going to be a fun weekend, and remember, donate to the GoFundMe, and yeah, anything you can do to help is always going to be helpful for Holly. So rest in peace, John Schnepp, and yeah, rest in peace, John Schnepp.
R.I.P.